Generic greetings and welcome to Construction plus Prison Architect Alpha 21 Episode 1. Change the format of the title there just slightly. Too many pluses, robots were getting confused. Anyway, this is our Alpha 19 and 20 prison because we did take 2 months to build it, or 2 Alpha sort of rollovers, and it's quite good. It is, that's the understatement of the century, I think. It is quite amazing. We have several different types of building. We have these sort of condo stroke apartment things. We have blocks which are really like sort of high capacity, low density sort of residential buildings, and then we have these which are pretty much the opposite. They're very inefficient, but they do just work. They've got 2 cells in them, and we've got 2 people in there, and it looks like that person is probably going to burgle them. I say that, I have no idea. Our attempted murder now is just going to murder someone. That's something completely different. Right, so let's do the thing that we normally do on the first episode of every new Alpha video. We're going to go to... Actually, we're going to sell it, aren't we? We're going to sell this thing for... nearly 3/4 or over 3/4 of a million generic units of currency. So we have 790,000. So we're going to sell that. I'm going to create a small prison. We're going to have fog of war. Continuous intake is off. We're not going to have any forests, lakes, but we will have fairly conditions, and we will click play. So Alpha 21 brings in a couple of new things, as the alphas normally do. And one of the things that it brings in is something that's been... Well, I've personally been waiting for something like this for a while. God, that looks really small compared to the last one, doesn't it? However, my frame rate is actually, well, it's actually higher than 3. I think it was about 18 before, but yes, it's not too bad now. Anyway, yes, what this alpha does is bring in some new features, and the main feature is drugs. Sort of that's the focus of the alpha. So it puts in things like drug addiction and such. So I mean, there's always been drugs in the game. We've obviously known this for, you know, there's always been drugs in the game. But I don't know if they've actually been taking them or whether it's just been something that they have a need for. I don't really know how the actual in-game system functions. But either way, they now take them. They will get addicted. They can get all sorts of different things. So that is something that we are going to tackle in this prison. Now, what this prison is going to be, it's technically not going to be a prison. I don't know whether you would call it a prison or you would class it as a minimum security hospital. There is a difference. You do get sort of psychiatric institutions or medical institutions that are, you know, heavily guarded for whatever reason. So, you know, they have... you know, basically, if prisoners get hurt or whatever, they might not have to go to the infirmary. They might go to an actual security hospital or whatever, and that's what we're going to be making. So it's going to be very clinical. We're going to use a lot of white tiles, a lot of these tiles. Hang on, because I really like the look of them. We've got the materials here. Them things there, the ceramic floors, because that reminds me of really sort of 60s and 70s style sort of buildings. I don't know why, but that's what we're going to go with around the entire thing. We might use concrete as well. I have a feeling I'm going to try and build the entire thing with concrete, but that'll have to be something that we look at in the future. I just don't like the idea of brick walls. I like the idea of concrete around the whole thing. We're also going to have it mixed. We're not going to have any high. We're not going to set to low, medium, or high. We're going to have it all mixed, but we're going to alter the regime such as that. And we can't actually get to there now because we haven't got an accountant or a warden. But we're going to alter it so that we can just sort of just change it up a little bit. So you can alter the regime in Alpha 21 so that you can have different regimes for each risk of security. So each sec of prisoners, so low, medium, and high sec. So that's what we'll be doing. Anyway, let's get on with the planning, shall we? So, but the plan is to have... No, I don't think we're going to have any work in here. I think, well, we might have cleaning cupboard, and we might have... Maybe, yeah, I think we'll have cleaning cupboard, we'll have laundry and such, but we're not going to have saws, workshop saws and such, so we're going to have to take that into account when we're building this. We're going to have a fairly large front entrance. Obviously, this is a small prison only, just because I think it's a bit of a different design, and we can always expand it if we want to. So maybe 5 off, no, make it a little bit longer, maybe there, as long as it's the same all the way around. So that'll be, is that 7? That is 7 from there, and then 7 from there. So I want the building to have a fairly big gap, so that there will just be, not yard, but it'll be an open area like that, okay? This will probably not be foundation. I think we're going to do it so we'll have, well, just have it not as foundation, we'll have it as something else, but Anyway, we'll have a bit of an entrance. We're only gonna have one entrance in this, which is something that I don't normally do. Generally, I have several entrances, like exports and that sort of thing. We're not gonna have that at all, so it's just gonna be one entrance here, which is going to be something like that. Now, remember, we're going to stylize it like a medical sort of institution. So we want, if we have double door there, like that. Actually, we'll have something like that. We'll have metal detectors here. So we'll plan that out. We'll have metal detectors there, then we'll have door there, door there. Actually, no, we need to make it a little bit longer, don't we? Actually, what we'll probably do, we'll put a wall like that. For no other reason that it'll look quite interesting. And then we will have door there, door there. Hang on, that's wrong. We'll have a door there. And a door there. And then we'll have our scanner there. Can you hear people knocking around wood? Is that just me? Got my headphones off. No, it's not outside. I have to be very cautious of that because I've got there's a building site about maybe 50 yards from my house. So every time I hear knocking and banging and diggers, I think, hang on, is that the building site or is that the game? No, that is actually the game. That's the sound carrying over from the save that I got rid of. Anyway, right, so we got deliveries and we got garbage. We're going to put them inside, so we'll have them probably set around here. But we want it so you have to use the doors on either side to get to that. These will be staff-only sections. So this will be a building, and then I think that'll be probably wall. That'll be wall. In fact, I think we'll have that as wall. We'll have that as concrete wall all the way around. And then what we need to do is just section this bit off here, like so. And we'll have maybe that is garbage. That is deliveries, something like that. Let's just work out how far that is. That's 5 across, so we'll go to 5, and then we'll just block this off again. So going quite symmetrical on this one once more. In the previous one, we just didn't bother because obviously that was the town. That was Genericsville. So we'll have a entrance. No, well, this is our entrance. We'll have a, I think, sort of nurse's station there. Well, not a nurse's station. That's the wrong term, but a, what would you call it? Just an office desk there with a little sort of chair there. Just the receptionist say, oh yes, yes, you can go down there, down that corridor, or whatever. Anyway, so we'll have this section here, which will be our deliveries. That'll be garbage. In fact, I will take this opportunity. I'll take the opportunity to change it now. So we'll get rid of them. So we'll change that to deliveries and that to garbage, like so. There we are. And then I think we will have it so if you come in here, then actually I'm changing my mind here. We'll cancel it. I'll cancel it off a little bit like that because I want to probably have it a bit different. Let's go to planning. We'll go to walls again. We'll probably wall that off. Let me unpause it and then redo it. So yeah, we go. It's now no longer shouting at me. So there we go. We've got that sectioned off. We'll have an entrance at either end there. These sections will just be open areas like grass or something, and then we'll go into a staff only bit here, which will be probably, actually no, we'll put the staff only bit up the top for no other reason than I can. So this will be one big building here, and we're going to split it off so we'll have individual rooms, and sadly it is just too short to be of any use. Hang on then, what I'm going to do it a little bit differently. We're going to cancel that off, and then we will do that, and we'll see if that can measure out. So there's one office, there's the second, there's the third, and there's the fourth, which is too small. Bollocks! Right. What I could probably do then is shrink that down, and that's that problem resolved. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 offices, that's all we need. Job done. We'll just shrink that one down as well, and there we go. I will also remove part of the room that goes over that intended building. Obviously no construction in this episode, it's all about the planning. I know I mentioned in my changes video that we are changing the format up, and that is the case. I am going to do sort of more episodes, but well, shorter episodes, but more of them. But this one will still be feature length, as it were, to get everything sorted and planned, because that's just the way I like to do it. Right, is that the right size? I think it is. So there's all of our offices down there. What else do we need? We've got our offices. We also need a staff room. I think maybe, I don't know whether we could have a staff room here or not. I'm not too sure if that would be a good idea or not. I'm actually thinking, I don't know why, I'm thinking it's something like that would look good. Don't know why, but I'm thinking something like that, and then I'll have a pathway that goes down like that, and then along, and this will all be grass, by the way, And then in there, in fact, what I'll need to do is actually shrink that wall down like that. And that'll be fence, probably. Something like that. There we go. That's sort of interesting. That's just a little bit different. And that's what we're going for here. Just a little bit different. Okay, there's that. I think we need... Do we need exports? I don't think we do, because we're not producing anything. We're not going to have wood to be chopped down. We're not going to be having any forestry. We're not going to be having any workshop saws or presses or anything like that. So no, we don't need... I don't think we need an export. I don't think we need an export at all. If we do, I can always change that to an export. Right, there's that bit there. I'm now going to do something very similar down this side, but we'll have this as probably staff room. We need at least a staff room. And we also need a couple of other things as well. Let's have a quick look at our rooms. So, obviously cells and such we're going to come to later. Storage we haven't got. Yeah, that's one thing. We'll put a storage in, I think. We also need our staff room. We need security, although security is going to be all over the place. We also need infirmaries, but I've got a good plan for that one. Visitation is something that's important. Yeah, I think it's just the staff room, really. It is just the staff room and a kennel. I think we'll have a staff room and a kennel around here. So let's sort that out. So the staff room, if we just go to planning and then go to walls, if we just have it very similar to the way that does it. So if we have a path going down like that, I think we'll have our staff room built something like that. I think fairly large for this place, because there will be a lot of staff. Actually, we'll make it a little bit larger. There we go. I know I could put it up top, but I just think it would be best just to have it further down for some reason. Anyway, we could also probably shrink that as well. I've just realised. Just shrink it just a little bit, like so, and we'll do the same thing on this side. There we go. We'll just save it as well. Why not? There we go. Right, so there's that put in. Then we need a kennel, which, to be honest with you, we can just, if we want to, have this whole thing designated as kennel. Really, if I do that and have that as the kennel. A very large kennel. I don't know why it's that big, but I know one of the comments is, oh, the kennel's really small. People say that before, like, oh, your kennel's really small. It should be bigger so the dogs can play. There we go. That's that one sorted then, isn't it? Right, so kennel, staff room, and all of our offices. That's sorted, and it is sort of symmetrical, but not, but we don't need it to be symmetrical. Right, visitation. So visitation will go probably in here. What I want to do is have a central corridor down the entire thing. So hang on, that's the wrong selection. I want walls. So we'll have a central corridor going down the entire thing. There we go. And right in the middle of it, I'm going to put a fairly large security station. I've done that several times before. But no, I'm going to put security stations different area. I think maybe halfway through. Maybe one there and then one there. Something like that anyway. That's the idea I've got. So we're going to split the buildings up. So I think we'll have here, if that is... Actually, I want this as a yard. That was something I wanted to do. Put a yard so you can... So the staff can see the prisoners that are here. Or should I say the... I don't know if it would be patients or prisoners. I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, what we're going to do, we're going to make... probably this visitation. Put a fairly large visitation room here. And it is just going to be the just standard, you know, this style. You know, not the little individual booths that I have. I want it like that. And the reason for that is because I was watching something the other day where, what was it? Where they have visitation like this. I can't remember what it was. I think it was Escape from Alcatraz. No, was it Escape? No, it can't have been. I don't know what it was. There was something I was watching before, and they had the sort of tables like this, and it makes sense if it being a hospital. Then you can, you know, you don't have to use them like two-way booth, one-way booth things where you have to pick up the phone and talk through the perspex. In fact, it would also make sense that this would be a bit larger, because if you were coming in for in a wheelchair, for example, if you're having to be wheeled in, then you would need more room. So we're going to make it a little bit larger, and I think that fits the design a bit better. There we go. Obviously we're not going to get as much in, but it does fit the design a bit better. I like that better. I think that does it. In fact, I could put one there, but we just don't need to. Right, so there's that sorted. We now need to have, I think, I think what I'll do is have a security station here. And when I say a security station, it's more like a checkpoint, if anything. So we'll have... This is one big security station. The prisoners will have to walk through it. I mean, I'm not going to refer to them as patients. That's just confusing. The prisoners are going to have to walk through it, okay? So we'll have it like that. And obviously we'll have our door there. Doors there and doors there, and we'll have them probably locked open, just so they can go straight through, but obviously if at any point we can just lock them down, and we'll have security cameras and things like that in here. Right, I then need to... What else do we need to do? We need to do the kitchen, I think, so I think this... Oh, one moment, we'll undo that. This will be our kitchen. There we go. I'm not going to plan everything. Actually, yes, I am. I'm lying. I am going to plan everything in it. So we have... 11, that's too big. We could have it there and then have the entrance there. There's 10 cookers there, and we can have sort of a 2x2 of freezers like that. There's not going to be a lot of prisoners in this, so we have to take note of that. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to change this up just a little bit. Something I've always wanted to do here. Objects. How many can we get across that row? We can get 11. Fantastic. I've made it 11 by 11. I don't know how I managed to... Oh, actually, that's perfect, because there's 10 and there's 10. Okay? They're cookers all the way along either side. Then we'll have an entrance there. And then I think we'll do our freezers. So it'll be something like freezers, 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 freezers. And then we'll have a 6 there of just dishwashers and such. We'll have an entrance there. Not dishwashers, you get the idea. The things that were the clicking helps, sinks, that's the one. Don't know why that took quite a while to come out anyway. Today's beverage is lemon tea. Right, so we'll have that there, and that's pretty good. And then I think we will have our... canteen here. Canteen here, maybe? I think that will do. Big canteen, fairly large canteen like that. I think what we'll do, we'll have entrance here. And then we'll have metal, we'll have a wall like that, then metal detectors right across the thing, okay, right across the whole thing. We might even have a metal detector there. No. I don't know, I'm not too sure. Anyway, we'll have a separate room there for like a security checkpoint again, which we'll have access via that. Although that might be a bit difficult because that means they end up they're going to go like that maybe. I'm not too sure, we'll see. But there's a security checkpoint that they'll have access to everything. That's our entrance there, and then they go through the metal detectors here into this canteen. And obviously we'll have serving tables where we normally have them, which I always forget the size. I believe they are 5 long, but we will go for maybe 5. Actually, we'll do it probably 15. No, 5 there. 5 there. That knocking, and you can hear that soaring stuff is getting on my nerves, you know. I think what we'll have it a bit different. We'll have it 5. 5. Can we make it 10? There we go. 1 there, across there. It's a bit weird, right? It's weird. I don't know if it's a good thing, but it's there. It's there. Okay. Right, let's put our tables and chairs in. So we'll start off here, I think. So remember, it's 4x3, and that is our 1 table and 2 benches, and that fits in quite nicely. Let's see how many we can actually get in this thing. Obviously, we don't want to cram everything up. That is a perfect size because I do want phone booths down the bottom there, or the left-hand side rather. So that should do, and then we'll have phone booths right down the bottom there. That's a lot of phone booths. But there you go. There's our canteen. That's pretty good. Right. Let's just, again, make this sort of symmetrical. We'll have that like that. That's wrong. I want a wall. That might not actually be a wall. It might be a fence. I don't know yet. And then again, we'll have a bit of a security checkpoint here where they will enter there. Something like that. Enter there. And then they will go through a 3 large sort of metal detector, and that'll be a yard. However, it won't be a yard for everybody. Certain prisoners get yard time, certain prisoners won't, but that's something we can cover in later episodes. So there's that all done. Let's have a quick look at our rooms just to check. Canteen, yes. Kitchen, yes. Obviously, we don't have cells, holding cells of solitary. Shower, no, not yet. We have our yard. Yes, we do. We have storage. Do we have storage? No, we don't have storage. That's something I forgot. Ah, we'll have to put that in somewhere. Where can I put storage? Come back to that. Alright, we have our execution. No, we don't. We're not going to have it. Workshop, we do not have that. We're not going to have it. Security, yep. Offices, yep. Times 5. Infirmary, no, not yet. Morgue, no, not yet. Common room, we don't have. Laundry, we don't have. Visitation, we do have. Cleaning, we don't. Kennel, yes. Armory, no. We're not going to really have any. No, we're not going to have armed guards in this one. Staff room, yes we do. Forestry, no, we're going to have one. Classroom, that's something we haven't got. I totally forgot about that as well. And exports, which is something we're not going to have. Right, so back to our idea of the storage. I think what we'll do then, we will probably make this go further down, and sadly we'll cut off some of the access to the dogs. The dogs are going to have to just have a bit of a run around in the yard or something and bite the prisoners. And there's that sorted. So there we go. We have our storage area, which I should really make one larger, because then it's the same size as the other one. And then the door can be centralized like so, just for, you know, sake of, you know, appeasing viewers OCD. Right, there we go. There's that put in. Right, we need classroom. We need common room, and we need a couple of other things like that. So what I'll do, if we say that, I'm not too sure how we're going to do this. I'm thinking do that, actually. Oh, that's pathways, and that would be terrible, wouldn't it? Well, I think that. And then we have maybe entrance mate like that. Something like that. Have the entrance. You always have to go through the security room. I think that's the best option. Or if you have to go into different areas, you have to go through the security room. I think that's a better idea. And we'll have sort of 2 doors. There we go. That's a bit different, right? It's not very efficient, but it's different. So there we go. 2 doors there, like that. And then we can get through the security scanner that's there. Obviously, door there, door there, door there, door there. I'm not going to put all the doors in because it's sort of tedious, isn't it? But you get the idea. Right. So, what else have we got to do? We need a classroom and that sort of thing. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to ignore that for now, because I want to put in the wards. It would be wards. So, let's work it out. It's going to be this. Something like that. That's where the wall's going to be. And I want different wards for different security of prisoners. So up the top here, we should have, hopefully we'll be able to fit in 3 wards, okay? So we'll go high risk, medium risk, low risk. Maybe not. I think high risk at the back. Low risk, medium risk, high risk. Okay, yes. So the low risk prisoners will get a probably shower for each individual room. Would you have that? Would you have that? I don't think you would, you know. I think it would be the same for each individual one, wouldn't it? For each individual, you would get the same sort of... You would get the same... Not cell, it wouldn't be called cell, would it? I think it would be a different size. I don't think you would have a shower separately. That doesn't make much sense to me. So what I'm going to do is have slightly different sizes of cell block. So that is the low security size. Medium will be that size, and then high risk will be that size, which will be, actually no, it'll be that size. Yeah, so let's get on with this. What I'm going to do, I need to just measure it out roughly. So what was it, 5? Was it something like that? Was it that? Yeah. So 6 by 6. I'm going to chop off the front bit. 6 by 6. There we go. Entrance, entrance, entrance. 6 by 6. Something like that. Right. Okay. There's the length. And there's the width. Job done. Right. What I want to do is start measuring from this side, 6 by 6, which is that and that. Obviously, corridor down the middle and such. 6 by 6. 6 by 6. You get the idea now. That's wrong. And then what we're going to do, we're going to have a medical station at the end of each block, because it is, after all, a medical facility. Or that's what we're aiming for. Obviously, it's technically just prison architect and such, but just sort of gloss over that. Right, so at the end, we will have security, medical. I think that makes sense. We'll have probably entrance. Again, we'll have that as security, that is medical. Do you get the idea? Hope you do, because that's what we're doing. Actually, we could probably save a bit of room here, because I think I'm wasting some room. Hang on. If I chop that off, and then just connect it up, Probably get another cell block in there. I think that's a bit too small. It might be a bit too small. Hang on. Let's see what size it is. It's 4x4. Let's have a quick look at our rooms here. Our security needs to be 4x4. Oh, we can just fit it in. And our infirmary needs to be a minimum of nothing, actually. But it does need a medical bed, which we can fit one in. Not really too impressed with that. I think that's pushing it a bit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to compromise, and I'll have this one, this medical bit, a bit bigger, so we'll have 2 medical beds in here. That'll still be security. I think that's a good compromise. Right, I've actually really taken to that design, so we're going to go with it, you know, very similar. Actually, we're going to go for the exact same design, so it is 14 across. Is that right? It's 14 across, so 14. There we go, and you know what? I think I'm just going to keep doing it. I think I really like that design. 14 by 14, there we go. There's 3 cell blocks, and then at the end, we will have our solitary, because we do need solitary. However, it's going to be, again, a bit different. There it is there. That's a bit too small for anything else. Actually, that might be our shower. Don't know. It's a bit small for anything, really, sadly. I could technically put solitary in there. Corridor there. I think that's what we'll do. We'll have that as like a security, again, a security room. And then that goes all the way to the end. And then solitary. But we're not going to make it we're not going to make it that size. We're going to make it 3x2, which technically you could get a cell in there, but I just like the idea of it being sort of solitary, padded room basically, padded room. There we go, and damn it, the end ones are not going to be. I should have really measured it from this end, because then I can always adjust the other end. Hang on, cancel that there, and then do that and that. We're not going to have many prisoners in this one, obviously, so we don't really need to worry about it too much. Where have I gone wrong here? I haven't gone wrong. It is that. There we go. And obviously, entrances like so. There's our solitary. Not bad at all. Obviously, the end one, we can have a camera there or something like that. Right, there's solitary. We could have obviously clamped it onto this building, but I like the idea of it being separate wards, blocks, actual physical buildings, not just like a dry wall between 2 areas. So there we go. There's that. What I might do, I might copy that same design down here just to have some more prisoners. Is that the right size? There we go. There is that. Right. Now I need to put in a couple of other things. I could probably actually do that and have another cell block. Actually, I might do that. We'll do it there. 14 by 30. How many are we going to get? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So 22, 23, 55 prisoners. It's not bad. 55 prisoners ain't bad. We should be able to cater for that. That's a nice number. Okay, that's a nice number. Good, we can handle that. So, there's our cell blocks. We now need some other facilities. Go to rooms, have a quick look. Yard, don't have it. Oh, we do have it, shall we? We do have cells, yes. Holding cell, no, we don't have that. We're not going to have a holding cell. I don't think we're going to have a holding cell. We might build one just to get the grant done, but I don't like the idea. Oh, would you have a holding cell? Would that be like when you first turn up and you get looked at and, you know, just assessed, basically? An assessment room it would be, wouldn't it? And if that was the case, it would be closer to here. And sadly, we don't really have any space. I could, if I wanted to, get rid of this, but I do want it. No, I'm really standing firm on that being like a grassy area where it's sort of inviting and it doesn't look like a penal facility. So what we'll probably do is just ignore it and move on. We could put it here, we could put it there, we could move this along and put it there, but do I really need it? Do I need it? It wouldn't make sense putting it there, because then you'd go past the staff room and storage, and that's sort of outside the general facility. No, we don't need it. We're not going to have it. I think we'll leave it. I could put it there, I know, but no, I think we're just going to not bother. Not going to bother, I don't think. Unless I change my mind and put it there or something like that. And then have the individual wards further on. No. We'll leave it. We will leave it. I'll let you decide. Anyway, whatever you think, post in the comments, and I'll change it for next episode. Right. So, well, we also need other things. So let's have a quick look. One moment, just to remind ourselves. We need. We've got yard, got shower. Actually, we don't have shower. That's problematic at best. I was going to have shower at the end, but I've just forgot about it. So let's probably change that so we have our showers at each end. There we go. We'll have an entrance like that, and then we'll have sort of showers running along the side and back. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to have showers there like that, and then it's like a bench going like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's not showers enough for everybody, but there's 4 showers. It's only one person who's going to have to wait. There we go. That's the idea we're going with, and it's different, so we're going with it. Right. A couple of other things. Common room. Yep. We haven't got that. We haven't got classroom, which is something we need as well. Right. Let us deal with that, I guess. What else do we need? Common room. I haven't got a morgue. Not going to have one. Cleaning cupboard. Oh, yes. Cleaning cupboard. And laundry. Yeah. Okay. Plan. Planning. Walls. We will have laundry here. We'll have it going down like that to a security room, which will be there. That's our security room, like that. And then you can actually we'll block that off. Security room, and then through here you will have cleaning cupboard, and you will have laundry. Laundry being do I want to do that? I think actually. Cleaning cupboard, laundry. Doesn't need to be that big. Actually, it might need to be a little bit bigger, now that I think of it. About that, maybe? Technically, you need a wider... For some reason, you always need wider building. Let's go for a wider laundry rather than a longer laundry. Cancel them. Cleaning cupboard, laundry. Seems about right to me. Okay, and then we'll have a corridor going here, and it is sadly not the perfect size, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to artificially make this one just a little bit bigger. There we go. Just because I can. Why not? And then we'll have our corridor going. Actually, I've made that too big, haven't I? Yes, I have. Shrink that down to that. There we go. So, another entrance going down to here. We'll have a security station at the end. There. And then we'll have fairly large buildings here. And we'll probably split it off. So, classroom, common room. Does that make sense? How many? I think we need a bigger classroom, actually. Something like that. Yep, I think so. Yeah. I think that'll do us. I think that should suffice. What I'm also going to do is split off that area and have an entrance there and an entrance there. Now what that is, that's another common room, and all that common room will have is chairs. Just chairs in it, and that's because when you do some of the programs, you are required to have an area with chairs where they can sit down and actually go through the, I think it's Alcoholics Anonymous, that's one of them things there, Alcoholics Anonymous, so that'll be the Alcoholics Anonymous room, which you can get from the, you can get into there from the classroom and such, and obviously you have to go through the common room. Ideally you would have a separate room, but you know, we're on a smaller map. Right, I think that's okay. I think we're actually done. Obviously, there's certain things that I haven't put in, but we can deal with that later. Let's have a quick rundown and check everything's okay. Cells, yes, we have that. Holding cells, no, we don't have it. A bit of a problem, I know, but I think we'll skip past it. We don't really need one. And I'm certainly not going to do the whole keep prisoners in a holding cell while we build cell blocks thing. No, that doesn't work for this thing. It's not going to work at all. Solitary, we do have. Yes, we have it over there. Canteen, yes. Kitchen, yes. Shower, yes. Yard, yes. Storage, yes. Deliveries and garbage, oh yes. Execution, no, we're not having it. Workshop, no, we're not having it. Security, yes, we have several stations all over the place. I'm sure I'm going to forget some of them. Officers, yes, we have that ×5. Infirmary, we have several infirmaries around the entire thing. Morgue, we don't have that. Technically, we probably should have one, but I don't really know where we can put it, so I'm just going to leave it and not have one, to be honest with you. I could put it down there or something like that, and it might be an idea, but we'll see what happens with that. The common room, yeah, we have a couple of them. Laundry, yes. Visitation, yes. Cleaning cupboard, yes. Kennel, yes. Armory, no, we're not having it. Staff room, we do have, yes, we do. Forestry, no, we're not having it. Classroom, yes, we have it, it's there. And the exports, we don't need it, so we don't have it either. Right, there we go. That is the plan for our Alpha 21 prison stroke sort of medium security hospital. That's the sort of thing we are going for. That's the theme we are going for with this alpha. So, as always, comments in the comments, and we will change things for next episode, and then we will start building it in said episode. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.